Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Civilian Tactics and welcome on back to the channel. So, today we are checking out Road to Vostok. Now, you might remember, I believe I did play the demo. Well, I definitely played the demo, but I don't remember if I did the demo on the channel or not. But, yeah, I did, I played the demo for this game a little while ago. And yeah, the game's released in early access. As you can see on the left here, we have a whole pile of new like maps, shelters, new stuff. So yeah, we're gonna check it out. Let me see. So yes, I'm gonna go standard difficulty, and I'm going to go. I'm gonna go summer. Yeah, fuck it, go summer. Existing save files will be deleted. That is fine. Enter the road. So yes, I am not playing with the Iron Man mode turned on. Not yet, at least. If you guys want me to play that, then I will happily start a new game and turn on permadeath mode and such. Oh yeah, I forgot it has an intro now.
I'm broadcasting this now because this is probably my last opportunity before it all ends tomorrow. The events that happened here in Finland have been all over the news, but I'm afraid nobody will ever know the truth. The real truth is impossible to understand unless you were here, in Area 05, southeast Finland, where it all began. Before I tell you what actually happened, you first have to understand Finland as a country. And how this even started. For over 70 years, we maintained our neutrality. In doing so, we created a 1,340-kilometer neutral shield between the west and the east. This shield is a border zone that runs from the Arctic in the north to the Gulf of Finland in the south. The word shield is important. A shield is a defensive tool. It should never be used as a weapon. After maintaining the shield for all these years, we were forced to join a military alliance. We were forced into a position where our role was eventually determined by those who seek power, not peace. The first years were easy. While we never lowered our guard, it seemed that nothing had really changed. However, once enough time passes, we accept the illusion of safety. We wrap ourselves in the mindset that we are in control of our own future. But we were just a tool for a bigger plan. This plan revealed itself relatively quickly when a global military initiative was started. This former shield slowly lost its meaning and was transformed into a sword whose purpose no longer relied on defense. Building a massive sword near this border zone is an action that has consequences. We knew this the moment the initiative started. But were there any other options? I don't think so. This initiative brought billions of dollars and thousands of jobs to a country seeking economic growth. On top of the economic impacts, if all your northern allies have accepted the same plan and the same benefits, you don't want to be the black sheep, the only one who says no. However, the other northern countries are relatively far and safe behind this former shield. Finland is not. So, what really happened here? As you might have guessed, it was one of those beautiful midsummer nights when a large explosion.
So I don't think the game comes with subtitles, so in the editing I'm going to try my best to subtitle what she was saying. But from the sounds of what she said, pretty much Finland got forced into a war that they didn't want. They tried to maintain their neutrality, but the cards were stacked against them and they got forced into a war. That for any country is never a good sign. if you basically get forced into an actual war. First of all, I would like... oh, the music volume is very, very low. That's fine. Let's see. Everything's good here. Did my controls rebind? No, they did not. Excellent. Actually, wait, did they? Yes, they did. Nope, they didn't. I'm an idiot. Right, so in that case, that's all fine. All of this is fine. First off, let me change that to unlimited. Because VSync was trapping my fucking FPS at 60. I now have 286 because I changed it to unlimited. So, you know, anything I can do for a better frame rate, go for it. Yeah, all that's good. Okay, good, fine. Oh my god, can I... Where's my... Can I like up that? That's better. Right, so we do have a starter kit of weapons. We've got... Oh, we got a PMK5, or PM5K. MP5K, basically. Now I am just going to call these guns by their actual real name. I know that obviously the developer had to change the name of the guns, but yeah, I'm just going to refer to them as their actual real life name. Whoops, I shoved the mag in there and I didn't even put bullets in the damn thing. Good job, me. Okay. So we'll equip that. I've got a splint, a knife, and some crackers. Okay. So this little thing here, the Kukaro, I think so you say that? That's a belt pouch. So things like belt pouches, backpacks, stuff like that, they allow me to carry more items, essentially. So you don't physically put stuff in them. Down here where the 12 is, that's my carry capacity. Every time I equip like a better backpack, or I equip a better pouch, or I equip like something with a pocket, say for example a hoodie, that, what do you call it, carry capacity goes up, essentially. So yeah, we practically have fuck all here. Wait a minute. Medicine cabinet? Nope. Okay, we have fuck all. Alright, so this little bit here is our cabin. This is our safe zone. So let me go ahead and hit, is it X? Yes, it is. Yep, that's single fire that we're on. Good, I do not want to be blasting bullets left, right and centre. But yeah, this is our cabin, this is our safe space, nothing can harm us in here. So we're going to jump on out to the village and basically go looting. Now, I would say, I did see a lot of tips for this video. And I will say that one of the biggest tips that I got, or that I picked up from watching tip videos, is do not like turn your nose up at the village, right? The village is like a starting area, but yeah, a lot of the tips were saying like don't scrunch your nose up at it type of thing. You know, it's like the village can give you very, very good loot. Plus technically one of the traders is here, technically. Well, not technically, he is here. So yeah, we do need him. Also, ignore the fact that my exposure is all the way up. That was in one of the tip videos as well, that you could turn your exposure all the way up, and essentially what that achieves for you is it makes like dark interiors much brighter. Also has the side effect of making the outside much brighter, but then again, you know, that just kind of serves you both ways, essentially. Right, I'm going to go check this barn on the left up here, and have a look up here. Now, this game plays something similar to like Tarkov rules. On normal, if you die, you respawn back at the cabin, but lose all of your gear. We are clear. But you also do have arm strength. So if you look down in the bottom left where my stats all are, you see my stamina bar, and in the little arm underneath that is my arm strength. That goes down if I'm walking about like this. As you can see, the bar's starting to drop now. I believe it drops faster the heavier the gun is, but the lighter the gun is, the slower it drops. I'm going to crouch just so no fucker takes my head off. But yeah, so basically the way it works is typically you want to be walking about like I am with the gun down. However, I would recommend that when you do enter a building, walk about like this with the gun up. Because there's sometimes bandits can be hiding in the buildings and you might not hear them enter the building, and then they just start blasting you because you've not heard them and they end up killing you. Because you do take a few extra seconds to do this. If you've got the gun up here, it's only like a second or two. You take a few extra seconds if you have to do that and lift it up from a low ready position. Which, yes, aiming the gun does obviously take more arm strength, which is understandable. Because you actually have to have the gun up, basically. Move to the side. Never stand in the middle of a doorway. Oh. That's helpful. Okay, I really need to change that fucking fire mode button. No, that's the interact button. The fire mode. To my middle mouse. I just heard a voice there. What have we got? We got an RK magazine and some meatballs. Sure. That vest I can actually equip. It's not very good armor-wise. Actually gives no fucking armor. But it does give me plus 13 capacity. So I can carry more stuff. Alright, bunch of juice and food. Well, that's definitely going to be handy because if you check my stats down in the bottom left, I do have hunger and food stats. Okay, the door's there. Clear. Now what I would recommend, this is only like a recommendation, you don't have to do this, but what I would recommend, when you're clearing a building, right, and you're going through like an interior, if you have like an MP5 or an AK or something, do that and switch your weapon to full auto. I typically, the way I play games is typically I'll keep my full auto off when I am outdoors. Did I check this? Yeah, I did. I'll keep my full auto off when I'm outdoors, and I'll keep my, or like stick to my single fire. But for example, going into this house here, well now I'm going to switch it to full auto, because if there's a bad guy in here, he's going to get a full freaking face of 9mm, essentially. Okay, good stuff. Okay. Again, never stand in dead center of the doorway. If you stand dead center of the doorway, you're just asking to get shot. Clear. There you go. Fucking 1911. We get some 45 ammunition. Hey, look at that. Fucking 88% MP5. Hell yeah. And a, what do you call it? A winter jacket. Brilliant. So that is plus 5 capacity and plus 40 insulation. Pardon me. We don't need the insulation because obviously it is never going to get winter because of the options that I chose. Okay, I can hear that that voice again. Clear. Now, you guys might be wondering, why do I close the front door behind me? That is because if a bandit comes through that door, he has to open it. If he opens it and I'm standing in a room nowhere near a door, then I know that he's in my building. Essentially. Clear. clear. Okay, let's loot around. There you go, that's exactly why I left the front door, or I shut the front door behind me. Did you drop your weapon? No, it's in your hand. Thank you. Yeah, there you go, that's exactly why I shut the front door at the back of me. Yep. He had to open the front door to get to me. That right there is why you do the front door trick. Because, I mean, you also want to try and avoid windows, but still. But, yeah, that's why you do the front door trick. Because, oh, hell yeah. That's a full med kit. Fuck yes. Yeah, that's why you do the front door trick, because if anybody comes in, again, they have to open that front door to get to you. And I knew that was the front door that opened, because when the door opened, I was facing this direction and wasn't facing any of the doors. So I knew when I heard the door opening up, it was like, fuck, that's not me that's opening that door. Plus, you can typically hear those guys, because as you heard when he came in there, he was blabbering like a motherfucker. I mean, that's rich coming from me, but still, he was blabbering like a oh, hello. He was blabbering like a motherfucker, so yeah, it was like when he was coming up, I could hear him coming, and then when I heard the front door open, obviously I knew, right, aim at the bedroom door because he's about to walk through it at some point. Well, that's not bad. We did really, really well here. Now yes, as you can hear with me walking now, I'm making more noise. You can hear more stuff rattling as I walk. That is like one of the, I guess you could say, downsides of the game. Is when your player, the more heavier your player is, the more stuff he's carrying. Obviously, ow. Ow. Right. That came from one of two directions. Oops. That came from one of two directions. It was either the houses to the front. There he is. He's down. So yeah, for those curious how I knew that came from only two directions, when I was at the front of the van, I didn't get shot, but the minute I came into the bit where the house was, I got hit. Also, I can hear voices, or a voice. I'm also keeping an eye on that red house to the right side, because that house there's got its front door open, indicating someone went in there, and that someone was not me. Okay, I think that guy in white came from this house. What fire mode am I on? There we go. Yeah, so if you inspect your weapon, it'll show what fire mode you're sitting on. But what somebody also said in a tip video is if you listen to the click, the single fire click is more higher pitched. The deeper click is like the full auto. So you can technically tell by figuring out the noise of the click, or the depth of the click. But yeah, for some guns, it's pretty simple. Just do this. And it's like with MP5, if it's pointing up the way, that's full auto. If it's pointing at like a 45-degree angle, give or take, or no, that's a wee bit more. But either way, if it's pointing like at an angle down towards the magazine, that's single fire. If it's pointing up the way, it's full auto basically. I'm actually kind of glad, don't get me wrong, I'm actually kind of glad that we are getting a lot of bad guys. Because, like, when I first played this to test it, I was getting no one. There was no bad guys at all around. Well, there was, just not as many as I kind of wanted. I think someone said before that you can get up to 10 in a map. So it's like, if you kill like 10 enemies in a map, for example, then that's another knife, I can trade that off. Yeah, if you kill 10 enemies in a map, for example, then it's like, well, now you can just wander around freely because you've killed, oh for fuck, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? Why? Why when I played my test game, I got fuck all, but the minute I sit down to record a video, I get every gun in existence? Holy hell. Oh my god, now you're taking a fucking piss. Right, let's see, that gives me a +2 capacity, this gives me a +2 capacity. Okay, well I'll take it anyway because I can trade it. Right, so I need to... Right, so I want to get back to my cabin. I want to return to the cabin. I need to be careful, So, like with Tarkov, if any of you have played Tarkov or Arena Breakout or any of those types of games, with your sprint, you really need to be careful with it. What I tend to do, much like when I'm playing Tarkov, which I really should get back to Tarkov because a lot of people enjoyed that series, but other series came up in the path. But what I like to do is, I try not to sprint unless I'm in the open, right? So for example, this area that I'm in now is open, so I'm going to sprint up to the tractor here, stop for a minute, let my stamina regain. Okay. We are clear. I'm going to sprint across this open gap. And pretty much now I'm right into the safety. I'm right into the cabin. So, your stamina recovers pretty quick, yeah. But with the fact that some of the enemies move around, you do need to try and conserve your stamina and try not just run around like a headless chicken. But yeah, also looting does reset every single time you go through a loading screen. So if you come into the cabin and go back out, well now all those containers that I've looted in the village will have reset, right? So I might loot one container, then go back to that same container after exiting the cabin and it might have nothing in it. Or I might maybe get a handgun from one container, come back to the cabin, go back out again, loot the same container, and it might have an AK-47 in it. Or something like that, you know? So yeah, loot respawns every time you go through a loading screen like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place... Whoops. I did not mean to throw the AK, I was trying to place it. Oh, I clicked drop. Yeah, that would explain why I fired it halfway across the room. Yeah, with this one, I am also going to drop you. I'm going to drop the handgun. And I am going to drop the MP5. Now again, these guns are in pretty piss poor condition, well, minus the MP5K. But the two AKs and the handgun are in pretty piss poor condition. But I would still much rather keep them. Now what's this? This is a G7 mag. This is a 1911 mag. Okay. and a G7 mag. Right, the G7 mags, I'm going to keep them, but I'm not going to use them because I don't have a Glock 17. Or a Glock 7, sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go place. And I'm going to go place. There we go. Now this and this are both getting sold because I believe, yeah, they don't have any use to me. So yeah, I'm going to sell those. The medicine cabinet, do I have anything that I need to put in there? Nah, not necessarily, to be honest with you. Alright, I'd more rather keep all of the stuff on me. The juice and like the food and such I am going to put away. That can, is that just an empty can? Yeah, that's just an empty can, so put that down there. Splint, gonna keep it. Bandages, keep it. Painkillers, definitely keep it. Sugar can go in here. What's this? That's just a cooking book with no actual use. Does the sugar have a use? Yes, it restores energy, but it restores energy and mentality, but it takes away hydration, obviously. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like anything that doesn't have an actual use to it, I'm going to sell it. Anything that has an actual use, I'm obviously going to keep it. That is 223 ammo. That is practically useless, but I'm going to keep that in a different cupboard. That is another handgun magazine. Oh, okay. Really glad that I didn't try and use that 1911 because I had no fucking ammo in it. Sticks, again, no use to me. Right, okay, do that. So in this cupboard, I'm going to put my ammunition and any like spare magazines that I don't need. Yeah. So all this shit down the bottom, I'm basically going to go to the trader with and trade off. I will drink from the water because my hydration is getting pretty low. Excellente. I'll eat some pineapples, which should give me some energy back. Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead to the trader. Now, the way trading works is you don't get money. Well, not technically. What happens is you trade items. So your items value a certain amount, right? And say your items value up to 1,000, right? Well, now you've got 1,000 to ask for items from the trader, right? So you ask for items up to 1,000 credits, basically, right? And then the trader will say to you like, right, okay, that's a fair trade, here you go, kind of thing. So, excuse me. Obviously, more rare items get you more money. For example, the bag that I'm carrying, the sleeping bag, gets me 450 euro, basically. So it's like you technically are, in a way, getting money, but you're not physically getting it like you would in Tarkov, for example, or any other game. You're essentially trading for it, and then you're getting items for the money, basically. Or essentially, a better way to put it is you're bartering, rather. You're bartering your items over. That's the trader that's talking. I know that voice. There were a couple of gunmen here last time I entered. That's why I'm like moving about with my gun up. That's the trader. Okay, we're clear. Right, so we're being clear. I can talk to the trader. Hopefully not get shot in the fucking back. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, you can also light matches or candles as well, but you obviously need matches on you to do that. Generalist. Hey, buddy. Right, so I'm gonna give you all of this. So I've got 875 that I can basically ask for anything on this side with. So let's see, what do I want? Realistically, buddy, you don't have anything that I actually want from you. Like, being perfectly honest. I could technically take, like, what do you call it? EXP site, but, freezer and such, bed and all that, yeah, I don't really need any of that. Yeah. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, what I'll do is I'll go and loot some more. Because it's going to take him another 7 minutes before he, like, re-thingies his, what do you call it, his stock, restocks again. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and go and grab a, like, go and loot around and such, you know, get some more items and that. Oh, melatonin. Okay. Yeah, we'll go and get some items and that, and then pop back and see him and see if he has anything useful, like the second time. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, we got a duffel bag. Brilliant. Right, keep that up the top. So the way I'm going to work the inventory is anything up the top half I am keeping. Anything down the bottom half I am selling. Basically. Same way, if any of you guys like watch my Tarkov content, same thing I do in Tarkov content after a raid, where you see me like putting items up the top part and the bottom part. Yep, that we can sell. +5, +5. Okay, take those to sell them. That's a torch that I can use. Take that soda, and I can take the map. Now the map, the way that works is it doesn't show the area you're in, but if you go here and go world map, now it shows this bit. We are currently in the village. We can go either to the highway or the school from the village, and then further out. As you can see, there is plenty of different areas. Vostok is the hardest area pretty much in the game. Because there is soldiers in Vostok basically, so yeah, that is one of the hardest areas in the game. But we don't need to worry about Vostok. We're nowhere near like equipment wise and all that of getting to Vostok, so hi buddy, you should really open your fucking eyes, you tit. I was out in the open and you frickin' just sat there. Hello, housekeeping. I'm here to kill you. Oh, someone did my job for me. Alright, well, I can't kill you because someone already did the job. Oh my... Ow! Asshole. Can't even tell where this fucking wee shite's hiding. He might have bolted into the house, so. That is like a possibility that he could have ran in the house to hide. Okay, let's check this house first. Secure it before I even think of trying to frickin' loot anything. Yeah, he also could have ran out of the house. Clear. Okay. Well, that was fucking sore. Right, so we're on 70. We'll use this. Yeah, so we're back up to 90 health. That should help us survive. At least for a little bit. Nice, more food items. Always appreciated. Okay. Yeah, you technically want to be careful when you're around around windows and all that stuff because oh, all right. This is a fucking RK95 lying on the flipping ground. It's like a magazine, no, but it's in good condition. Oh hell yeah! Oh, shite. Haha. I've played Tarkov before, motherfucker. Right, let's get back to the trader. Where's the door? There it is. I just had a door open. Oh, fucker. Ow. I'm gonna be honest, I did flinch there, IRL, because I was not expecting that son of a bitch to be that close. I'm only 73 damage though, so... Oh my... Okay, so there's somebody else camping that frickin' that spot. You fucking pull back and hide. 5 bullets. Yeah. Okay. I am gonna fall back and break contact because I've not got the bullets to win this engagement. And even though technically, yes, my, what do you call it, my MP5 does have another magazine, the other magazine only has 5 bullets in it. Right. Get back in here. Right, I'm on 65 health, so I should probably do this. That'll knock me back up to 85. Ouch. Right, talk to generalists. He's got 45 ammo. Okay, I can use that for the handgun. He's got fuck all else I actually need right enough. Right, value 250. Right. Wait, what? Okay, that's weird. It says value 250, but he's asking for 500. That's weird, but whatever. I can get you that. Yeah, there we go, 530. Brilliant. Yeah, to be honest with you, he's got nothing else I actually want. So, I think it's time to just clear out. What I actually can do, hang on. I'll go back inside for cover for a minute. If I remove you, empty you, and put you in there, and put you back in here. Oh, the other magazine only had 2 bullets in it, not 5. Well, either way, I still wouldn't have been able to win the frickin' the earlier fight. Because, see, technically you would have to think of multiple factors in the fight. So, one, that AI that shot me, not the one with the rifle, the one that shot me after when I was going to loot the other guy, he, A, had eyes on me, and B, already had his gun up. I didn't have my gun up. I didn't have eyes on where he was, so peeking would have just freaking gotten me killed. So yeah, all in all, my best idea there would have just been pull back, basically. You know, like break contact and just get the hell out of dodge, because I would not have been able to get eyes on that guy before he put a bullet through my head. Right, so in the state of things, what we're gonna do, right, give me these for a minute. Can't use these, but I can shove these in here. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shove that in and this in as well. Actually, I'll put that on the table. Nope, that's the 1911 magazine. We're gonna put, nope, that goes on the table, sorry. We're gonna put this in here. We're gonna put, that I can put in the stack thing. Yeah, there's nothing else. Oh yeah, the G mags. Yeah, everyone else is fine. For here, we're gonna put the soda. We are gonna put the potato. We're gonna put the donut. Is that? Did I say donuts? Peanuts. Sorry. We're gonna put that in. Yes, that's all that's going in there. Then on these shelves, I'm going to put these guns. Oops. That's not at all what I wanted to do. I'm trying to put it on the shelf, please. Thank you. This gun can go... Oops. This gun can go up here on top. Oh, right, okay, so it's too big to basically go on that upper shelf. In that case, we'll just plonk it down there. This MP5 I can plonk onto the shelf here. All this other stuff is all going to be going... What do you call it? To the trader. Melatonin, I believe that helps your character sleep. I think it is. Yeah, sleep. That's what it does. Basically helps your character fall asleep. So we're going to shove that in there just so I don't accidentally use it. We're really, really low on meds. So I think next episode what we're going to go ahead and do is raid each of the medication cabinets in the village and just try and build up a ton of meds. Because if I'm going to keep taking shots like I did, then we're going to bloody need it. Do I have anything with good energy? 40 energy on canned meatballs. Sure, eat it. But yeah, I honestly hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely enjoyed playing it. Holy fuck, 44 minutes, Jesus. Did not expect to go this long, but then again, hey, when a game's fun, you know, you end up going a bit longer than you intend. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you liked. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date when I post. Don't forget to check the description so you can find all my socials down there. Don't forget to share the video with your friends so that we can get more eyes on. Especially if your friends love like a chill YouTuber who just basically, you know, chills, has a laugh with games and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely, definitely if you've got one of those type of friends, share a video. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe and much love.